What it do, family? It's your girl Toot, and I am back with another video. Shout out to y'all. Who is y'all? Drip Set. I appreciate you guys for coming back and tuning in. Whatever you want to be in this world, you go ahead and be it. You know what I mean? It ain't a time frame. It ain't nothing. Do it. All right? Dreaming really is probable, and that's what Drip Set stand for. And we in the building, you dig what I mean? Like, comment, and share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. But most importantly, leave me a comment. I want to know what I can do better, dog. I know what I want to know all of that shit. If I'm doing great, say Toot. You a motherfucker. If I'm doing bad, say, hey, Toot, maybe try this. You know what I mean? I need y'all feedback because that's the only way I'm growing this thing. And I need y'all to do it. And that's just real shit. Now, we about to slide over here to Rain of Fire. This video was heavily requested. I'm talking about calling the phones at all types of nights and can. Update on the recent mediumship reading for Naziyah. So without further ado, we about to slide in this video. I appreciate everybody tapping in. Let's get it.
Okay, so I know y'all been waiting. I've been getting a lot of requests, but I don't want to make a video just for nothing. I had to really dissect the clues, and she gave me a lot of clues. I don't know my way around Michigan, so I really needed help, and all I could do was go by the water. So first and foremost, let me start by just showing you the area where Naziyah led me to. Then we'll get into the clues and everything that I found. But the area alone is already suspect.
Now listen, you guys, I know that we have sometimes we have a little pushback when it comes down to mediums and seers and things like this. Look, we're 3 years late. We need all of the information we can get. It don't take to sit your ass down and listen, because every little piece could be critical. So just hey, hey, we can't be choosy. Shit, you feel me? Shut up unless you know what she is. Great Lakes Steel Book. Great Lakes. UNCENSORED Corporation. I'm trying to feel exactly where is that. Do anybody know what area this is in? Cause what I'm doing, I'm trying to Detroiters. We got some Detroit people in the building. What area is this? Is that a landfill? All right, time out. Y'all help me out. Is these are the areas where she's feeling like she's around? Do anybody know where that is? Okay. Let's just keep going. Let's keep going. Hold on, before we do it, let me go back real quick. Hold on, time out. Let me just see something.
Just showing you the area where Naziyah led me to.
Okay.
Then we'll get into the clues and everything that I found.
Okay.
The area alone is already suspect.
It's very industrial. You know, KC said something that was, that really stuck with me too. When we went up to the shop, he feels as if it would be something similar to this. He feel like if Jarvis did play a hand into hurt Naziyah, even if he played a hand into helping move her body, he always felt like those oil barrels was gonna be the way to go. Because it's something that mechanics use, something that wouldn't be abnormal to them handling and dumping. He just always felt like areas like this and things of that nature was going to be very important to this. And we know for a fact that Jarvis got damage on his car. Well, not his car, on the baby mama's car. And for that to occur, it would have to A, be some at night, B, a place that he's not familiar with, or C, an industrial area like this, which is interesting. You don't recognize that off rip? Okay. We got some Detroit people in here. Y'all don't recognize this area. She gonna tell us the clues. But when she's looking at the aerial part of this shit, I will say, and that's Rouge right there. I will say that shit, bro. This case pisses me off so bad. I should have got me a Stella in a can.
So in my last reading with Naziyah, she showed me water. I also saw a falcon, and she showed me the airport. I looked on the map, and there was a Falcon Motel across the street. Nearby, there is an airport. It's called the Falcon Inn Motel, and it is on, I believe, Michigan Avenue. And then nearby, you will find a Detroit airport. So I also did see a lighthouse. I said I saw a lighthouse, I saw a crab house, I saw an ice cream shop, I saw a park. There is a lighthouse called Mariners Memorial Lighthouse. And it is located off of Rouge River. Down the street, about 4 to 5 miles, and this is on Jefferson Avenue. You would take Jefferson Avenue and you would find an ice cream shop. And I did say that I saw a fire station right across the street. There will be a fire station there.
Oh, shit.
And in the same area, there is a park located by that same river. There's slides, kids playing, literally a bunch of stuff, everything that I saw. So this is the really important part. I asked Naziyah, where would she be? I was concerned that
y'all be want to see me?
Moved, and she did confirm that she was chopped up. And she's in different areas now. But they did move her body. I saw her go into a barrel. She said barrel number 10. A black barrel number 10. Rouge, I'm probably just saying it wrong. Rouge River and Fit. And then she said 302, Fitz and Rouge River. And then the barrel. So there is a...
The barrel fucks with me some. Cause I swear, KC, he has been totally responsible for leading the Janiyah Rogers case. And I'm gonna be honest with you. We did a lot of area searching around Detroit. We don't televise shit because fuck that. We serious. But he was very, very adamant that an oil barrel would have been the easiest route to go. A, because they're always going to be in shops. B, the oil inside of a barrel masks a lot of smell. The decomp won't be there. Okay, and that's the thing that he was thinking. Now, another thing, when you see somebody who has any type of construction and mechanical, anything like that, bro, it's not weird to see them handling a barrel. Now, the thing about it is there could have been a lot of places where they dispose their oil that they be having at the shops. And the barrel that she's calling out, it really does hit a lot, because that was the first thing that he said when we went to a lot of different areas. And then when we went to the shop, he just hands down felt like that would be in a place where, if Jarvis is responsible for Naziyah's death, he would have had a lot of privacy. B, it would not have looked unorthodox for him to be at the shop, even if it was behind or after hours, because he's a person who worked there all the time. So when you think about all of the testimonies that we heard, it was like a lot of the times he was taking the kids back to the shop. Now, in Brooklyn's testimony, you heard her say that sometimes when they would go to the shop, he would be opening it up. So I would kind of think that sometimes when they went was already when the day was done, okay? And this was a place where he knew nobody else would probably come into, and then he had the privacy to do whatever he wanted to. When we were looking at the insides of that shop, I just never understood why was a fucking cot there. I'm like, why this nigga got a cot at the shop? This ain't the fire station, nigga. You feel what I'm saying? I never understood that part, but when you tie all of that stuff in, I can honestly say it can make some sense.
Business called Fitz Products, and it is 1 mile away from the lighthouse, and it is right between Rouge River. There's also called a Buckeye Terminals River Rouge. I'm probably really messing up the name, but right next to it. But Rouge River is right next to Rouge River, and it is called Fitz Products, and it's on Marion Avenue. So when I do click on Fitz Products, it takes me to a lot of tanks. And I mean a lot of tanks. I think this is like a plant house.
It's crazy because is that a black fence? Cause see, I've been looking at all of this shit, y'all. I mean, the long black fence, all of the stuff that they talking about, like, you know, you got to kind of sometimes take every medium and see exactly what they share in common. And it's certain things that a lot of mediums do share in common.
And I mean a lot of tanks. I think this is like a plant house. Where they run like electric currents or water, sewer, I don't know, but they have a lot of tanks. So I went down the road, and Naziyah, she gave me a number 302. 302, and I literally wrote it like this: 302 Fitz, Rouge River, Barrel. So the address is 255 Marion Avenue. I typed in 302 Marion Avenue, and it brought me to another tank. However, across the street is the shop. And the shop is called Michigan Marine Terminal. And this shop specializes in selling barrels. So my first thought was, I saw a guy put a barrel in the river. I saw that. So I said, where are the barrels? This shop sells a ton of barrels. It's their business. For gas, for fuels, for storage. And then I saw a photo and zoomed in and saw a guy and that same barrel that I saw her in. I'm not saying that that's a barrel, but I'm saying
something like similar to that
of the barrel. So literally down the street, about a 2-mile drive, there is a bridge. I swear it's the same bridge I saw. The exact bridge I saw in my vision.
This should be trippy, bro.
And it is called the 4th Street Bridge. Then once you go about 2 miles down, once you pass this bridge, there is a cemetery. And you remember I did say I saw a cemetery. I saw people digging in the cemetery. It was Shannon and I can never remember my visions once I'm in, but once I'm out, I don't remember. But I remember I saw a cemetery and people digging. This very moment, I could feel it deep in my bones. Now I can feel it. I feel her. Every sign that she gave me hits right on the nail. I'm getting close. Very close.
This type of shit give me the chills. I get the straight willies. Because in the beginning when we first started going through the streets and stuff like that, there were a lot of landmarks. And I did a video to her real early. And some of the things that she called out back then is some of the things that she called out, because we too took a lot of the images that she was seeing and went around Detroit ourselves. The barrel continuously come up. Not only just with mediums, but with everybody. The barrels always come up. I believe Michelle, I remember she hopped the fence and she got a real eerie feeling when it came down to the barrels. KC, a lot of people are saying barrels, and barrels will be found in every auto shop in America. And here's the thing that makes this case a little bit different. There's people in so many different areas that will help them. Let's not be real. Jarvis might be somebody that we can't think of doing certain shit. But the fact of the matter is, we gotta stop looking at it like that. Because he is friends with some rich motherfuckers. And when it comes down to that type of power, you'll be surprised what a person can get away with. Facts. Now, we can't say that Jarvis is just dumb. Because if you think about it, he's been doing this type of shit for upwards of 20-something years. And honestly speaking, his charges don't reflect the shit he's been doing. Which means that he's doing something that also includes people of power. I never understood how a nigga could do damn near 15 years in jail and come out and was able to afford a shop. Argue with your mama. Now, when you have King and Jarvis owning a shop, and both of them, you know what I'm saying, felons, came from jail. I don't understand how they was able to leave East Warren and buy 9,000 Connors, right? But couldn't buy pads for a 13-year-old. No, that tells me that there is somebody else involved, all right? Everybody thinks that Jarvis would save Shannon and protect Shannon because somebody need to be with his kids. Stop it. He gives a fuck about his kids. I need everybody to understand that shit right now. He would not save Shannon, but he will save Frank. Facts. So people got to understand, as much as we don't give Jarvis credit, you know what I'm saying, for being able or being capable of doing certain shit, the people who he's affiliated with would. And I want y'all to understand that shit. I never understood it. This man, 15 years in jail, he was able to come out of jail, you know what I'm saying, work a month and a half at East Warren before he was able to buy his own shop. Argue with your mama, it's not adding up to me. I got a lot of cousins that just got out. They ask me for $25 every time they see me. You ain't finna tell me that. So it's definitely some shit we got to start opening our scope to. And that's just a fact.
Now I am very confident.
Nothing but truth. Thank you.
With this map, I think the only thing that's really left for me to do is go to this location.
Shit, I'm about to go over there too. Y'all, we might have to go on maps.
I have to go now.
Hold on. Time out. When she said she finna go over there physically. Don't go by yourself, sir. Hey, don't go by yourself, sir. Hey, she talking about going over there for real, or in the mind? Nah, which one she? Cause she don't need to go by herself. Hold on, what's going on?
Now I am very confident with this map. I think the only thing that's really left for me to do is go to this location.
Yeah, so don't have that fence.
Like, she gave me all the signs. I have to go now.
Where's she going? When?
All right, y'all, let me know what you think. I'm not going to keep y'all waiting as long again. I literally needed help with this one. This was a lot, but I feel very confident in finding her.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. That video right there was a little deep. Shit, man. Let me tell you something. I pray a prayer for this girl. I don't care if it's just bones. I want this baby to be found. I want her to be found so bad. It scares me. Her not being found already in 3 years is quite fucking alarming. And the sad part is, like, when you get to these type of things, you gotta reason in everything. So the same way how we can come up with certain conclusions, we gotta also think about alternative answers. And like Nikki said earlier, I have a supporter who feels like, hands down, that this girl is still alive. And the sad thing about it is, I'm torn in that. Because as much as I want her to be alive, I'm hoping she's alive in situations that she could not avoid. I do not want this to be a ploy to where people was hiding something. As far as a small, cause see what happens was, it's a baby named Janiyah in Ohio. We can't have Colin Wolf with shit like this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm I don't want her to be unalive, but then at the same time, if she walk in the courtroom, it's gonna shatter the hearts of a lot of people. It's gonna shatter the hearts of a lot of people. That's just all I can say about that shit. And I'm torn with that, man. I want to know how y'all feel. Let's be open-minded. What in this video stood out to you? What makes you say, hey, she might be on to something? This is an area that we should check. Let's talk about it in these comments. Listen, I don't care who do a video. If we need to put all our heads together, to make one big head, make one big brain, because this baby got to get found, y'all. For it to be 3 years later and she still hasn't had a funeral because there's no body that's been found. You know what I'm saying? And then it's hard for the people, the family members who you know what I'm saying, who had love for her. You want to be able to put the baby to rest properly. This is sad as shit. I want to know how y'all feel though. Drop it down in the comments. I ain't mean to say one big head, but be it, go to bed. Y'all stay tuned. We finna get into some more.